but you can also join the priority waitlist to get on the waitlist for Business by Design 2023. They're doing their new enrollment. It's going to start with some training days on June 1st, which is why we're introducing James to you. Again, we normally focus here at Inside the Audition on auditions specifically. That is our niche, helping professional auditions transform, helping professional actors transform their auditions, book their dream roles, and create more impact in the world. But it's hard to do that without paying your bills, and it's hard to do that without generating some income, which is why we're doing this special episode on how to tie in business to your art so that you can connect your art to business and to income and to revenue. So you can hop on the priority wait list. You can join thousands of digital CEOs who are currently building their business. And you can scroll down a little bit there, Brandon. We're going to throw the link in the comments. All of these links are going to be in the show notes as well. Scroll down a little further just to what you get. Once you enroll on the wait list, what James is going to do for you is you're going to be on that wait list when they open the doors for their new enrollments. But throughout the next few weeks, you'll be on that notification list, and James is going to send out sneak peeks at some of his business processes on how to start and build your business, some resources, free resources that he has, checklists, roadmaps, online digital resources, some podcast episodes. He's going to share some student success stories like I've shared with you today. And you're going to get access to some of the future coaches and some of their training just in this next month while they're leading up to their new enrollments. And ultimately, it's you're going to hear stories about the wins that current students like myself and entrepreneurs are producing inside that program, Business by Design. And so you can get instant access to that. You'll get access to free downloads, exclusive previews, all that jazz. You can make some big strides. Even if you were not to enroll in Business by Design, the value of James's free training, it's worth more than some free paid trainings out there. It's like some of his freebies, after you implement what you learn in those freebies, you'd be like, shit, I would have paid $5,000 for that. So those are the links. Again, you can download the free version of his Hardwired for Entrepreneurship. Listen to that episode 605, how to start or what I would do if I started a digital business in 2023, where to start, what to focus on first, and how to launch, and join that priority notification list. So when they do open the doors, you can take a peek inside Business by Design and get enrolled yourself. Now, what we want to do is a little bonus. We love these. You've seen these on the show. James sends out when people do enroll. He's got these little flashcards. Again, not part of the core training program, just a little bonus that he sends out so that people got some physical things. And this is a lot of the mindset, and this applies to you as a business owner, but it also applies, just adapt the word entrepreneur to actor, to comedian, because you are a freelance business owner if you are those things. So we like to share some of these, some food for thought, give you some glimpse, little dive into the mind of James Wedmore, woo Wedmore, we like to call him. Here's one random selection. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, I think we always pull the same ones, but this one says, your relationship with time will determine how you experience time. If you want to work on your relationship with time, here are some questions you want to be asking yourself. Are you using the majority of your time on simple tasks that can be outsourced, like social media? What's your are you focusing on high-level content that is actually going to grow your career, your company, your business? Do you feel like you have the time and freedom to do what you want when you want? If you answered no to any of those questions, well, maybe it's time to rethink the way you're spending time. As an infinite or finite. Time is as infinite or as finite as you allow it to be. You sometimes hear that thing, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time. And then you hear the counter example of, well, Oprah's got the time, The Rock's got the time, Jason Momoa's got the time. It's like everyone doing all these amazing things. Somehow magically they got time, and they only have as much time as we do. So it's how they've mastered time. So a big part of it is mastering your own time. And as an actor, as a comedian, you got to look at your highest value activities. Well, where are you getting paid the most? When you're on set, when you're on stage, You could extend that to auditioning, to rehearsals, to writing. You could extend that to proactive revenue generating activities like sending emails to bookers, sending materials to casting directors or to your agents, all these proactive things, and everything else like spending hours and hours and hours building your website or spending hours and hours and hours posting on social media. All of those things are lower activities, lower value activities that you could outsource. So some good food for thought here. We'll pull 3 of these today. Oh, here's a good one. Yeah. I'll flash it to you. Here it is. No amount of acquiring knowledge will ever make up for lack of perspective. This is what I was talking about earlier. Someone could literally give you the step-by-step, like this is just A to Z, do these things, it'll build a business. And why doesn't that work for some people? One of the major reasons is up here, their beliefs, their blocks, their stories, all the things they've been telling themselves, even with the golden goose and the perfect knowledge, it holds you back. So James continues here and he says, this is one of those truths that you may want to slow down and reread until this clicks. No amount of acquiring knowledge will ever make up for lack of perspective. So if you're thinking in your head, oh, I'm a failure, oh, I'll never do that, oh, it's not for me, I would never get there. And it says your perspective creates your experience, and simply acquiring more knowledge that just reaffirms your pre-existing perspective won't change a damn thing. So a lot of the times you got to look at your beliefs and your stories that you're telling yourselves. And most of our beliefs are not true. They're just things that we've told ourselves or we've heard enough from other people. Maybe they're based on your family members, your friends, your close people around you. And this is just the perspective that you see. And then you end up taking those beliefs as ultimate truth or facts when that's not what they are. They're just things that you've been telling yourself that you believe to be true. Your beliefs are not the law of gravity. They're not scientific laws. They're not facts. They're just things that you believe that you've been telling stories about and you keep believing, and all of your outside world is a reflection of your inside. The outside world, the 3D world, when you're walking around, a lot of people think shit that happens in the world that affects me, but no, it's how you see things affects how you see things up here affects what you see out here. And you think about that, if you're in a good mood, if you woke up and you're like, everyone sucks and everyone's out to get me and people are jerks and people are dicks and they're all out to get me. And then you walk around your neighborhood and everyone you look at, that's an asshole. That's an asshole. She's a jerk. He's a jerk. Everything you interpret, every time someone comes up to you, even if they're saying something nice, you're going to be thinking, oh yeah, he's being nice, but what does he really want? Versus the mindset of like, you know what? The world is full of abundance and opportunity and joy and people are amazing and life is good. And then you go out and then you're looking, that perspective, you're looking for opportunities to find joy and to find love. And you're looking to catch people doing positive things. And you give people the benefit of the doubt when they say something that's shitty and you're like, oh, maybe they're having a bad day. And that's all just how you looked at things. So huge shift differences there. Let's do one more. Ooh, this one's good too. This one says, if you chase success, you'll never get it. If you choose success, you'll never need it. And this is one of these weird juxtapositions of like, it's like the more if you really want something and you really need something and you're like, I need this role, I need this gig, I need it. In a weird way, that's coming from a lack, because you're saying that you're reaffirming to your subconscious and to the universe that you need it because you don't have it. So there's a weird shift of like, yeah, you want to be hungry, and yeah, you want to be driven, and yeah, you want to have goals, but you also need to have a certain level of detachment where you don't need those things. You have everything that you need in the world. If you woke up today, you have everything inside you. If you have loved ones, you have oxygen, you have food, you have some shelter, you have some sunshine, hopefully. You have everything you need. So James continues, he says, If success, however you defined it, is this elusive thing that is always out there, you're always chasing it. It's always ahead of, oh, if only I book this role, I'll get success. Or once I make this amount of money, I'm going to be successful. When I showcase for Just for Laughs, or when I do a show at this venue, or when this comedy club allows me in, and all these things where you're throwing your own joy and your success down the road instead of just accepting it right now. So if you see it as out there, then you can't possibly be or feel success now. However, when you choose the feeling or the state up here and in here, the state of being success now, then when you step into and embody the internal state of success, there's no energy or need, or there's no energy of need or lack. And instead, you're creating powerfully from a place of success right now. So it's create the feeling and the vibration. The world, again, this is going to get a little woo woo, but the world, you hear people talk about high vibe. It's having the feeling. Think about the things that you want to have in your life and have those feelings right now. Feel what it's going to be like when you have those things. And then all of a sudden you're vibrating. There's not really any difference. Like a lot of things, you can imagine it right now, and there's not a whole lot of difference between imagining it and when you actually have it physically in real life. But if you can start imagining it and having those feelings and vibrations now, that energy and that vibe that you're going to put out there is not a needy lack. Oh, I need this. I don't have this now. One day I'm going to get it. It's you're going to vibrate and radiate. You see people who are like radiate, and you're like, what is their secret? And the secret is, it's not really a secret. It's just they're experiencing those feelings and those vibrations right now in the present, and they're not throwing it out in the future. It's like, hey, give yourself permission to be a winner now, to be successful now, to feel joy now, to feel like you're enough now. And then magically, you're going to be a fucking magnet to that shit, and you're not going to have to chase it. It's just going to come to you. And there's a lot of power in that. Not something that I've fully achieved yet. Feel if I did fully achieve it, I would have just burst into an infinite beam of light, and I wouldn't be here anymore. But those are a few things from James Wedmore. So thank you for listening today. I hope this has been of value today.